Chris Christie takes the world's saddest victory lap. When Chris Christie first backed Donald Trump in the G.O.P. primary after dropping out of the race, he was widely lampooned, cast as spineless and thirsty. The latter, at least, was somewhat true. Beset by the infamous Bridgegate scandal, the governor, who was battling abysmally low approval ratings and had scant job prospects, saw the braggadocios real estate developer as a ticket out of New Jersey politics and onto the national stage. For a time, Christie's plot appeared to be working. Though Trump reportedly passed over the Garden State governor for the number 2 spot on the Republican ticket, he tapped Christie to lead the Trump transition team, a position widely viewed as a consolation prize, but one that was likely to evolve into a cabinet position. The arrangement was short-lived, however, when Christie was unceremoniously fired last November, supplanted once again by Mike Pence. But on Wednesday, Christie exacted his small revenge, using the indictments that have plagued Trump's inner circle as cause to take a petty victory lap. Christie has long claimed to have warned Trump about Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor who resigned earlier this year after he was found to have lied to Pence about his foreign contacts. Politico reported in November that Christie and others on the Trump transition were concerned by Flynn's judgment, or lack thereof, and a handful of the retired general's questionable foreign policy stances. But Trump clearly overlooked any misgivings Christie espoused, hiring Flynn and promptly throwing out 4 binders worth of potential picks, according to Politico. So when Flynn pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI last week, Christie's chance to say "I told you so" all but fell into his lap. He seized it during a press conference on Wednesday. "I thought it was a significant reason," he told reporters of his consternation, implying that his unwelcome opposition to Flynn had hastened his ouster. "Suffice to say, I had serious misgivings, which I think have been confirmed by the fact that he pled guilty to a felony in federal court. Listen, I think what folks who were involved in that transition have now painfully learned at the expense of the country is that experience matters," Christie continued, though Politico reported that he absolved Pence of the blame. "I think it's fair to say, given the very few people who have been confirmed in important positions across the government and some of the folks who have been there that didn't belong there in the first place, like General Flynn, that the idea that you can take 6 months of work and throw all that out turns out to be a big mistake." Christie has never shared exactly why he was so uneasy about Flynn joining the Trump administration, but the retired general has, arguably, emerged as the biggest threat to Trump world in the ongoing Justice Department investigation. Flynn's lobbying work on behalf of the Turkish government, his alleged involvement in a kidnapping plot, and his conversations with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak have long drawn scrutiny. On Wednesday, a new report threw Flynn's integrity further into question, according to a detailed letter penned by Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings, the ranking Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, to G.O.P. Congressman Thregoudi. Flynn told a business associate that the election-related sanctions Barack Obama leveled against Moscow would be ripped up shortly after Trump took office. Saul Weisenberg, a white-collar criminal defense attorney who worked on the Whitewater investigation, told me that Flynn's single felony charge indicates he is obviously cooperating with special counsel Robert Mueller and his team, adding, "There is no way he is not cooperating, there is just no way." Unlike Flynn, the other individuals ensnared in Mueller's net, former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, his deputy, Rick Gates, and former foreign policy advisor George Papadopoulos, worked on the campaign, but never crossed the bridge into the Trump administration. If Flynn is talking, in other words, he likely has a lot to share.